Okay? So give him a hand, please.
All right, all right. We started slow, right? But we're going. We're getting there. Everybody had their coffee this morning? All right, we're working on it. Let me give you a little bit of coffee. Let me start with a story. Has anybody seen the show Seinfeld? My parents are just like the Constanzas. So let me tell you a little bit about what happened. My dad comes to me and tells me, hey, listen, I think your mom is losing her hearing. So I go, how is that? Well, she doesn't hear anything that I'm saying. So I go, okay. So I go online, I start doing some research, and there's just a little test that you can do. So I told them about it. So my mom was there in the kitchen. She was washing dishes. So my dad comes from behind. He stands about like 40 feet away and goes, my mom's name is Nina, and goes, in the same voice goes, Nina, what's for dinner tonight? And nothing. So he goes 10 feet further, same voice says, Nina, what's for dinner tonight? Nothing. 10 feet closer, what's for dinner tonight? Nothing. So he finally stands right behind her and says, Nina, what's for dinner tonight? And she turns around and goes, for the fourth time, chicken. That really impacted me a lot because I really learned that sometimes we assume we can speak for others. I have devoted my life's work into just being a great listener. So I have a lot of you that come to my office and see me in the hallway, see me at the trainings and go, Bruno, where did start go wrong? When did start go wrong? And I am sure you can come up with a million answers about when start went wrong. But my answer is always, have you thought about when did start go right? When was the day the start went right? Start went right when we started focusing on the people. When we treated people with dignity and respect. And yes, that includes you. Start went right when we started budgeting by plan and not planning by budget. Start went absolutely right when we started focusing more time on the great achievements rather than the few mistakes. That's the day the start went right. We have so many assets in front of us and we don't even know it. Look around. These are the assets. And we have great talent. But sometimes we fail to see what's right in front of us. The day the Sacramento start went right is the day that each and every one of us said, this is what I'm going to do about it. And this is when I am going to do it. And that day is today. And it starts with you. It starts with all of us. The days of waiting for someone to come and rescue this, those days don't exist. This is the day for each and every one of us to take a look around and say, this is what we have. Let's start celebrating those successes. Looking at the assets that are right in front of us and doing something with them. This is the day when you can stand up for this program. Yes, you. All of us. We are changing the world, whether you believe it or not. I see people like Abe Cummings, Mania Bang, Jeremy Biggs, other people like Burl Johnson, Bridget Edwards. These are the folks that are changing the world one person at a time. And just like them, we have countless stories. Look around. Countless stories that we choose not to say. Let's start celebrating those stories for what they are. Because we are changing the world one person at a time. But it starts with you. So I'm standing in front of you humble. Humble at the work that you're doing, but even more so at the work that you're doing right here. It starts with each and every one of us. My vision for Sacramento Start is the day when we can all, that includes our children, our site staff, our people at the office, can walk around and say, I am the START program. And this starts with me. And I am the change that I want to see in my community. This is our community. So I'm asking you today, is it going to start with you? And is it going to start today? Thank you so much.